Hello and welcome back to another episode of Math with Stone. Today we are going to be doing proportional parts and triangles that have parallel lines, which I like to call a triangle inside of another triangle. So here, if you look at it, we have the one triangle. I'm going to draw the small one, where you got 15 on this side. And then it's not 14, but it's actually 10 when you take 14 minus 4, and you got 10 here. And then you have a bigger triangle, which would be the whole thing, which had 14 all the way down, and this would not be 15. It would be 15 and this question mark, which we typically write x. Okay, so this is one way to do it, and this would be what I would consider the correct way to do it, but there is another way that is a lot quicker. All right, so here, now you would just do small triangle over bigger triangle is equal to small triangle over bigger triangle, and you would cross multiply. And when you do this, you will get x is equal to 6. I promise you, I've done it. But I wanted to show you that there is an easier way as long as the sides that it is provided is not this one. If it is not the side that is kind of shared, see how this side is like shared? It's not the left and right side. It's kind of like, I would like to think of it as like the bottom. It's the opposite of the shared angle. Okay, so as long as it is not that, you can do a much easier thing, which you can just pretend that this is the short part over 15, and this is the short part 4 over not 14, but 10. It still needs to be the 10. And if you cross multiply this, you get 10x is equal to 4 times 15, which also is equal to 6. So that is the much quicker way to do it, versus here where you got to do 15 times 14 and distribute the 10. It's just a lot more annoying. All right, so we're going to do one more. We're going to do it the quick way until we have to do it the long way. That is going to be the method that I choose. So here we got 25. And then we want to find this question mark, but I'm just going to pretend that this is x for right now. I'm just going to pretend that that's x for right now. And then it would be, we'll go with short part, x over 25 is equal to, this is 15 right here, and this is 24 the whole way across. So I wonder, what's 24 minus 15? That's 9. Doesn't look like 9. And then that would equal 9 over 15. And then we can cross multiply this. And we get 15x is equal to 9 times 25. And then we get 9 times 25, which is 225, I believe. It is 225 is equal to 15x. And then when you divide, you get as x is equal to 15. Now remember that this is x right here, that part, 15. What would be the whole way across is what they're actually asking for, which would be 15 and 25 put together. 15 and 25 put together gives us a final answer of 40. Okay, so a final answer of 40. Now I am curious if we could have done this a different way, because a lot of times with math, there's more than one way. We proved it with number 1. What if we just did 15 over 24? Let's give it a try. Let's give it a try. We know the answer is 40. 15 over 24. So I took this side and I put it over the whole thing. And then I'm going to take 25 and I'm going to put it over the whole thing, which I'm going to write question mark. Like, let's see if we get 40 right off the bat. And maybe this will work too. With the sides of these triangles, a lot of magical things can happen. So 15 times question mark, or 15x, is equal to 24 times 25. And we get 15 times question mark is equal to 24 times 25, is a much bigger number, is 600. And if we divide by 15, we get the question mark, 600 divided by 15 is still 40. So what you should just discover here is when you have the sides that are of these shared triangles that is not a part of this shared angle that I just drew, if it is not the opposite of those, you can combine them in any way as long as it's consistent, and it will be proportional, okay? And in some cases, it's required, because here you don't even have a triangle. You have a portion of a triangle. So here we're going to do, we're going to pair the 6 over 15, but I could have did 6 over 21. It's possible. It's the whole way would be 21. 6 plus 15 is 21. Is equal to, be careful, we put the shorter part, which in this case is the question mark, or the x over 25, and then we would cross multiply. 6 times 25 is equal to 15x. 6 times 25 is 150, is equal to 15x. So 150 is equal to 15x. 150 divided by 15 is 10. I don't know, I needed a calculator for that one, but apparently I did. Okay, let's try the back side of the worksheet. Maybe they're going to have some that are slightly harder. Maybe they're going to have a few that will require we do something else. These look more intimidating. Let's see. Question mark. We would just do x over 28 and 8 over 16, so not much harder. But these, now that we're looking at a little bit more difficult because it's got 2x minus 10. So let's see what we got going on. I'm going to put 2x minus 10 over 9, which means I got the top part over the 9, the bottom part, which means I have to do 4 over, the bottom part is not 10, the bottom part would be 6 because 6 plus 4 make a 10. So I got to put a 6 there, so you got to be careful. Be careful. Cross multiply, you get 6 times 2x minus 10 is equal to 9 times 4. Distribute the 6 if you want to. You don't have to. You could actually divide the 6 on both sides, but I'm going to distribute. 9 times 4 is 36. Let's add the 60 to both sides. 12x is equal to 96. And then x would equal 8 when you divide by 12. All right.